massive international human trafficking racket has apparently come under the scanner for the Enforcement Directorate, with 262 Canadian colleges allegedly being part of a human trafficking syndicate network that's operating between Canada and India. Two Indian entities are said to be at the center of this operation, which involves 1,700 agents in Gujarat and 3,500 across India, including 800 active agents nationwide. The traffickers reportedly charge 55 to 60 lakh rupees per individual, targeting Indian nationals seeking illegal entry into the United States via Canada. The modus operandi involves securing admission to Canadian colleges who are part of this entire scam as a cover, followed by illegal migration to the US and then illegal infiltration across the border into the United States via Canada. So this is something that the Enforcement Directorate is now looking very closely at. India Today's Divyesh Singh is live with me. Divyesh, 262 Canadian colleges apparently are the those that provide these student visas for people who go there in their thousands as part of an organized human trafficking mafia, and who are then never attend these colleges and then quietly go across the border into the US.
Well, Shiv, you pointed out rightly, these students or these persons who want to move to the United States of America apply to these Canadian colleges, and these colleges are very well aware that they've sought admission, they pay the fees, and they do not attend even a single day of that college. They land in Canada, and immediately over there, human trafficking agents take them to the border of United States of America, and from there they are illegally into the United States of America. That has now come to light in the investigation of Enforcement Directorate, which started investigation on basis of the death of Indian nationals, family of Indian nationals who died, who froze to death. Jignesh Bhai Patel, his wife, his 11-year-old daughter and 3-year-old son froze to death at Canada-US border near Minnesota in January 2022. After that, there was a case registered by the DCB-CID Gujarat, and then a case was also registered by the Enforcement Directorate, which has uncovered this complete link where 262 colleges from Canada are inviting applicants from India.
Thanks very much, Divyesh, for uncovering this story for us. I want to get an expert perspective also on this story. Maruf Raza, who you know well, is with me live. He's Managing Director of Access Abroad Education Consultancy. You also know him as a very well-known commentator on strategic affairs. Maruf, good to see you. Thank you for your time here on India Today. Were you aware about this, Maruf? You deal with education and consultancy towards that. The Enforcement Directorate now looking at a human trafficking syndicate that involves 262 Canadian colleges.
Well, this thing has been in the air on and off for years. And the fact that agents, students, and even the visa awarding bodies are all part of this bigger game is also known. The thing is that nobody really gets to the nub of the matter and penalizes those and stops this process of human trafficking, where people are using the education route, and education is relatively regarded as a far more sacred, sacrosanct way of entering another country. And they are using that route now to take in students and eventually not make them study, but make them part of the employment brigades that are all over the US. Mr. Trump has made it known that he's going to come down very hard on it. But I don't think even he, with all his powers, can put an end to this abruptly. It'll take a while. And also the fact is that people are willing to spend a tidy fortune to get their visa, to get themselves abroad. And this could range from 40 to 60 to 80 lakhs. And this is a lot of money for an ordinary person who's taking the illegal route. This is about that much of money what you pay for your higher education admission and qualification. They have stringent rules. You have to pass an English language test. You have to produce documentation from the university confirming that they've granted you admission and they want you there. They would also need to produce proof of where they're going to study, who's going to be their mentor,
Yes.
who's going to support them there. So it's a complicated process. And to get past it, you need to have really shrewd, well-tuned agents who are going to be doing this and who are doing it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen by the click of a button.
Yeah.
It's a whole process. It takes sometimes many months, sometimes many years. So, but people are willing to go the long stretch to make sure that they get there. And once they get there,
Maruf, is
then
the Canadian
search for
government
agreements.
simply looking the other way in this case?
Yeah, in a way, it's not done intentionally by the Indian government, but I think it's lax attitude of government officials towards this. At the same time, with Canadian government pointing fingers at India and the fact that Indians don't follow rules, they must look into the mirror and ask themselves this question. Why are they allowing it to happen on their territory with such transparent, stringent rules of getting a visa and getting into that country? You can't control it.
Yeah.
Then why are you blaming India?
Indeed, very true. Maruf Raza, thank you for your time and for putting that into valuable perspective for us, because 262 colleges is a huge number. 3,500 touts and agents operating from India is frankly quite unsettling. So it's a good thing that at least it's under the scanner now. We will, of course, look more deeply into it. Maruf Raza with that perspective.